Morning, it's 5:45 and I'm going to be spending the day in Warwick again. Once again, I haven't got a clue what I'm going to be facing, but if you'd like to come with me, we can find out together. I'm just about to leave now, so... Finally arrived in Warwick. It's taken me 2.5 hours to get here this morning. I'm thinking I'm going to have to set off a bit earlier in future, so maybe Hector won't get his walk, but you know, I'm here now. Let's go in, let's get some jobs, let's crack on. So I have arrived at Webster Avenue in Kenilworth. Put in the comments below if you know where I am, if you've ever been here before. And I've been given a load of jobs on these blocks that are here to clear out the gutters, rectify any problems with the gutters, and install gutter hedgehogs. I've got loads to do. I'm probably going to be here all day doing it. So, well, it's about 9 o'clock now, so I better get cracking because I'm a little bit late. I've got loads to do, so let's get going. So here we are, we're all set up, ready to go. So the first job is to clear out these gutters all along this block, front and back, and we're going to install gutter hedgehogs as we go and fix any problems that occur as we see them. So let's get going. I'm actually going to head back to my van, pick up a screwdriver and some small screws because I know who installed these gutters, and I'm guessing that they've put 50mm screws through the downpipes because that's like their signature, and they're likely going to be causing problems. Don't ask me why he does it. I think it's because he doesn't carry any smaller screws, but you know, we'll fix that as we go because that's what we're here for. A handy tip for any budding gutter repair people: have a drill with a super long bit on the end because it gets you out of all kinds of scrapes and makes life a hell of a lot easier. So here we are, look, and they're all pretty full of leaves and such. We look down here, look, can you see that? I have a suspicion that that is going to be at least 50mm, that screw. Let's have a look. Alright, not 50mm. He must have bought some smaller screws. Neil, are you watching this? Can you tell me in the comment who put that in there? I'm not anti the use of screws in downpipes to stop them from falling out of the outlets. I'd rather use them than glue, for instance, because if the outlet ever gets blocked up, if you've glued the outlet, you can't take it apart and clear it out. It makes it very difficult. You've just got to make sure your screw isn't massive, you know, just a little one. You still have the potential of causing problems in the future, but you've got to weigh it up. What's worse, the gutters falling apart, or the chance that you might catch a leaf or something on the screw. And if you use small screws, you're minimizing that risk and eliminating the risk of the downpipe falling apart. So I am not anti the use of screws in downpipes, just don't put massive ones in. Now then, this is what they talk about realigning the gutters. Look at that. Oh dear me. There is a lack of screws in these gutters, and quite a lot of joints as well, probably unnecessary amount of joints. We'll screw that up. Earlier I was talking about how the long bit can really help with gutters. This is the perfect example. There we go. Better. Okay, check out the distance between the two brackets there. I think when they installed it, maybe they ran out of brackets or something, but we could do with one in the middle there really. It's not ideal, it's a bit loose, so I'll have to go down and get another bracket and put one there. This is worth pointing out to anyone who fancies installing soffits or fascias onto their house, any DIYers. The problem here is they've got a joining strip and they've glued it onto both sides of the fascia. Now these expand and contract and it's cracked the fascia. So the trick is to only glue it on one side, and that would give it enough space to expand and contract and it wouldn't break like this has here. Right, the gutters are nice and clear, so now it's time to install some hedgehogs. This is a simple enough job, just get your hedgehog and put it in the gutters. You know, I've said it before, but one of my favourite jobs is cleaning out gutters. And the reason for that is that you don't really have to think about what you're doing. You can just go along and clean out the gutters. This is good because it means I can put my headphones on and listen to books. I love listening to books. And on a day like today, I'm just going to put my headphones on and I'll probably get through a book. Currently I'm listening to a book called Super Processed People, which is about processed foods and highly processed foods. So I like to listen to health related topics, mindset topics, business topics, property, that kind of thing. I occasionally listen to a bit of fiction as well. I'm particularly interested in a series called the Spellmonger series by an author called Terry Mancour, which is just an epic fantasy series, which I really like. I also listen to Harry Potter at least once a year because I'm just a big kid really. But clearing gutters, losing yourself in a book, it's not even really work, is it? Let's face it. Check it out, bit of a leak, and the reason, I don't know if you can see that, but this gutter has been installed with no rubber. Thankfully, I foresaw this problem and brought some with me this morning. Okay, in order to fix this problem, I've inserted a new rubber, thankfully. Because I know what type of gutter system this is, I could get the rubbers for it. I had to unclick all the brackets over there because everything seems to have shifted in that direction. So I can now slide this gutter over and then go along and click it all back into place. check it out. This is what we're dealing with. So this is all sagging backwards because somebody quite literally couldn't be bothered to cut this piece to the right size. You can't do that either because unfortunately it blocks the outlet, but ultimately it needs about 100mm cutting off this. I'm coming to the end of this block with installing the gutter hedgehogs, and I just wanted to say at this point that this customer is not one of my customers directly. I'm a subcontractor to a larger company who has the contract to look after the housing stock of a big organisation down here that has lots of housing stock. If this was my customer, I would not recommend installing gutter hedgehogs or any type of gutter guard at all. I don't think they're very good, and I think there's very few applications where they improve the situation. All that's going to happen here now is the gutters are going to get blocked again. Might take a little bit longer, probably won't, but instead of just clearing the gutters out next time, which I've done on these buildings on quite a few occasions, I'm going to have to remove the gutter guards, clean the gutter guards, clear the gutters out and reinstall the gutter guards. We're ultimately making the job of clearing out the gutters 5 or 6 times harder. So I wouldn't recommend installing them, but that's just my opinion. Whether I agree with installing gutter hedgehogs or not, I have completed installing them on the front and back of this block. Now I think it's time for a bit of lunch, and then we'll do whatever else I've got to do around this area today on Webster Avenue. Okay, check this out. This is a rather annoying problem that's happened. I've dropped a track. As you can see, this wheel should be in between these grooves here, but I think it must have popped out when climbing up one of the curbs. Now I'm going to have to put it back in, otherwise I run the risk of the whole track just falling off when I move out of here. It could fall off in a not so good location. As it stands at the minute, this is quite a good location to fix a track, so I'm going to do that now. Track's back on, and yeah, we're good to go again. So this is the next job. Downpipe has just fallen out of the outlet. We can fix this, no problem. So I've got a little tiny screw. We'll pop it in there, zip that up, and that's just going to stop it from falling out. I'll pop one in there as well, just to be on the safe side. There, job's a fish. The gutters are nice and clear, so we don't have to worry about them. on to the next one. The next job is to retrieve and try and reuse that bit of gutter hedgehog. I'm assuming it's come from there somewhere. We can certainly retrieve it. There she blows. You know, the interesting thing about this bit of hedgehog is that there's no hedgehog here. So where's this come from? It's just appeared out of nowhere. Just the rogue bit of hedgehog that's landed in a tree. Bit odd. Come on, hedgehog. But while we're here, we may as well unblock this outlet. That would certainly be a good thing to do. Better. So I've just come to the other side of this building, and there we are. That is where the hedgehog has been blown out of. So it would have been blown out of the gutters, flung over the roof and into that tree over there. But let's have a little look at how well these gutters are doing with the gutter guards in place. So with the hedgehogs in place, all the debris is managing to collect inside the hedgehogs. So in order to clean that out, you'd have to take all these hedgehogs out, give it a hose down or something like that. And look what happens here with this valley. You can see that nothing can escape because it's all getting blocked, so this valley ends up all getting blocked up. That can cause problems. No, I am not a fan of the hedgehog, I must admit, but I shall replace this here because that's what I've been asked to do, and then go on my merry way. Right, that's the last job on Webster Avenue. It's about 2:45, so now would be a good time to start heading back home. I'd say it's not worth going into Warwick to get another job. It would mean I'd get home really quite late. And I also want to get back to the chicken shed so that I can reset my van. I've got tools, materials and waste on this van that I've had on for a couple of days from other jobs, and I haven't been back to reset for a while. So hopefully if I get time, I'll go back to the chicken shed, sort my van out, ready for tomorrow. So let's go. Right, I am back at the chicken shed with just enough time to reset this van. I'll have a quick look. So as you can see, it is just jam-packed full of stuff that I've been using all week, and I haven't been back here for a couple of days, and everything's just got a bit messy. So I am going to sort that out, and then I'm going to go home, have some dinner and relax, ready for a busy day tomorrow. I've enjoyed your company today. I've enjoyed making this video, and I hope that you've enjoyed watching it. If you have, please like, comment and subscribe. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next job.